In a major security breach, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday cancelled his visit to Ferozepur town in Punjab, where he was scheduled to lay the foundation stones of 42,750 crore rupees projects at the last minute. Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandaviya announced from the venue that Prime Minister Narendra Modi would not be able to address the rally due to some reasons. Mandaviya was in Ferozepur for the foundation stone of 3 medical infrastructures, including the 100-bedded PGI Satellite Centre in Ferozepur, to be built at a cost of more than 490 crore rupees. Earlier, the Prime Minister landed at Bhaisiana Air Force station in Bathinda town, from where he was supposed to travel to Ferozepur by road. As per the Ministry of Home Affairs statement on the PM Modi's Punjab visit, PM landed at Bathinda, from where he was to go to National Martyrs Memorial at Hussainiwala by helicopter. Due to rain and poor visibility, PM waited for about 20 minutes for the weather to clear out. When the weather didn't improve, it was decided that he would visit the National Martyrs Memorial via road, which would take more than 2 hours. He proceeded to travel by road after necessary confirmation of security arrangements by the DGP Punjab Police. Around 30 kilometers away from the National Martyrs Memorial in Hussainiwala, when the PM's convoy reached a flyover, it was found that the road was blocked by some protesters. The PM was stuck on a flyover for 15 to 20 minutes. This was a major lapse in the security of PM. The PM's schedule and travel plan was communicated well in advance to Punjab government. As per procedure, they have to make necessary arrangements for logistics, security, as well as keep a contingency plan ready. Also, in view of the contingency plan, the Punjab government has to deploy additional security to secure any movement by road which was clearly not deployed. After the security lapse, it was decided to head back to Bathinda airport. The Ministry of Home Affairs took cognizance of the serious security lapse and has sought a detailed report from the state government. This was Modi's first visit to the state after the repeal of the 3 contentious farm laws. Earlier in the day, State Finance Minister Manpreet Badal welcomed Modi at the airport in Bathinda. Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi was to address the programs virtually. Just hours ahead of his visit, Modi tweeted, "I look forward to being among my sisters and brothers of Punjab today." At a program in Ferozepur, the foundation stone of development works worth 42,750 crore rupees would be laid, which will improve the quality of life for the people. Modi was to lay the foundation stone of development projects comprising 2 mega road corridors to enhance accessibility to prominent religious centers and 3 health institutions in this town bordering Pakistan. One of the road corridors will halve the travel time from 12 hours from the national capital to religious sites in Punjab, comprising Amritsar and Sultanpur Lodi, and to Sri Mata Vaishno Devi Shrine in Jammu and Kashmir's Katra. After paying obeisance to freedom fighters Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and Sukhdev at the memorial in Hussainiwala, about 260 kilometers from the state capital Chandigarh, the Prime Minister was to lay the stones and address a public meeting. Modi last visited Hussainiwala in March 2015, where the last rites of the 3 freedom fighters were held after they were hanged in Lahore on March 23, 1931. Meanwhile, Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi said on Wednesday that there was no security lapse that led to the cancellation of the Prime Minister's visit to the bordering town. The Prime Minister was not attacked. There was no threat to his life. It was just an agitation. There was a peaceful protest on the way. It is wrong to say that there was a security lapse. There should not be any politics in this. We have respect for our PM, the Chief Minister said, holding the Punjab government squarely responsible for the gross security lapse during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Punjab that eventually led to cancellation of all his programs. Former Chief Minister Amarinder Singh on Wednesday demanded dismissal of the government and imposition of President's rule. This government has lost all the moral and constitutional authority to continue in office, as it failed in its constitutional duty to provide security to our Prime Minister, the former Chief Minister said in a statement. If the Prime Minister of the country has to cancel all his programs owing to a grave security breach, what should be the plight of the ordinary person living in Punjab? Amarinder Singh asked, while asserting that the sooner this government be dismissed, better it would be for the state and its people. But it is yet to see if the security breach was something that expressed people's uninterest towards the government or something that happened due to unexpected change in plans at the last minute. News Desk, Kaumudy Global.